Here in this room, the sacred space is created to allow the opening of the heart. Everyone is welcome, no matter where they are on their spiritual journey. Today we celebrate our oneness in thought, in word, and in action. This morning's meditation in 365 Days for Richer Living is I Will Fear No Evil. A couple excerpts from that reading. Through inner spiritual vision, we know that evil is transitory, but good is permanent. I put my whole trust in God. I realize that fear is not godlike since it contradicts the divine presence, which is within. It repudiates limitless love and it denies infinite good. The divine presence within and the limitless love and the infinite good of spirit of the divine is who I am. It is who you are. And so we can let go of all fear, any concept of evil, and rest and live and experience the good. In the Science of Mind text, it says, to overcome fear is the greatest adventure of the mind of humanity. And that really helped me, because it helped me to look at something that can be so heavy, like fear. And if I look at the shift of my perception as a life adventure of my experience here, it just automatically lightens it up a bit. And I'm into lightening it up. I remember a long time ago, it was one of the first times I was getting ready to speak in a really large 12-step meeting. And I expressed that I was a bit fearful and nervous, and someone looked me in the face and said, well, if you're fearful, you're lying. I thought, whoa, that's pretty. That was a little bit too intense of a shift for me. Last week, just to talk about an adventure, a lifetime adventure. Last week I was sitting next to Reverend Doug, and I felt some butterflies in my solar plexus. And I mentioned something about it after service, and Dr. Michael said, he offered me another shift in my perception and said, rather than fear or nervousness, look at it as excited anticipation. What a great shift. What a great part that goes right along with it all being an adventure. So there's a lot about those shifts and those questions that we can ask ourselves in the Science of Mind text and in Living the Science of Mind. It comes up in the daily meditations in our Science of Mind magazine. It's things that if we pause, and as was so beautifully presented in the meditation service this morning, if we look at all that we have to be grateful for, that's another tool that helps us to shift in that adventure out of fear, out of nervousness, out of worry, into really knowing the truth of who we are and the good that we live. So in that quiet moment within our affirmative prayer, I would ask that you examine that you take a look at that in your life. Ask, who am I? Who's speaking? What is my life? And allow it to come back to the love the limitless love, the infinite good, and the divine presence that you are. So let's go within. Take a nice deep breath with your feet on the floor and just relax into your chair, knowing that your physical body is fully supported by that chair that you are sitting in. And I also know and affirm that the spiritual body, the divine presence that you are, is fully supported by the limitless love and the infinite good. Because I know and I affirm that God is all there is. There is no thing, no place, not anyone or anything or anywhere that God is not. And so I hold that truth as the center and the basis of this prayer, that God is all there is. And because God is all there is, I know that there is a oneness. There is a release from any idea, concept, or belief in any kind of separation. It is all one. We are all one. We are that divine experience, that divine adventure that's expressing with every moment. Because of that allness and that oneness, I know that I speak my word with certitude, that this service is so blessed, that all who have offered up their time and their talent and their treasure to make this experience possible, to open this place for all of us who are here, to experience this community and this togetherness of spirit, is so richly, richly blessed. And I know that the words that are spoken this morning in the message by Dr. Michael are also so blessed, that Spirit has its way and just comes forth with that message that is just perfect for each and every person in the way that we hear it, receive it, allow it, and embody it. I know this center is so blessed. I know that all centers for spiritual living everywhere are richly blessed by the divine, as are all centers, mosques, churches, temples, and ashrams, because we stand here affirming, knowing, and blessing all paths to God. And so I know with all that great blessing uplifting each and every one of us, we take a moment now to look within, where there is a place or a belief or a fear or a worry that can be released and left here, allowing room for that greater good. And so we take a moment now to take that look. Knowing that the law of God is perfect, I lay aside all fear, uncertainty, or doubt. There is no burden whatsoever in my consciousness. I live in the dominion of heaven right now. I rejoice in the divine presence. I bathe in the sunlight of eternal truth. These words, this blessing, this community fill me with such appreciation, so much gratitude for this time, for this moment, and this place. And in that gratitude and appreciation, I am easily and effortlessly in a place of being able to release my word into that law of love and goodness